Today is our first dive into algebra. I'm so excited for this. One thing I do want to remind you is I'm going to be here all week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So it is your job to stay on top of anything new that you learn. If you don't understand, my expectation is that you come and see me at Go Time this week, so that next week when I'm gone, you're going to have an easier time of it. Even if you think, oh, I don't want to go, it's just a small question. It is not a small question, because I'm going to be gone on Monday for your review. Tuesday, you're going to have a test. So you need to make sure that you understand this material. It's on you. Also, just a reminder that Monday is a test review, Evan. The whole review is already worked out, video and everything in Schoology. So just stay on top of it. You'll be fine. All right. So we're going to talk about exponents today. We're going to learn about integer exponents. We're going to learn about having 0 as an exponent, what that looks like. The only thing different between what we've learned now or what we learned in the past is now our exponents can be negative. Now, you have had exposure to some negative exponents. Scientific notation, you know if it's a positive exponent, it means to move the decimal over the number of times that the exponent is. So this is going to be 5020. Yes, you move it over 3 places. If it's 5.02 times 10 to the negative 3, that's been your exposure to negative exponents. You would go 1, 2, 3, put the decimal, fill the space with 0. That has been what you've seen with the negative exponent. Okay, what you do already know about exponents, we're going to go over real quick. One of the things I don't remember if you know or not is the big number that has an exponent is called a base. That number is the base. And the little number up above it is what we call the exponent. So you have a base and you have an exponent. And the exponent basically just tells you how many times to multiply the base by itself. So 3 to the 4th is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, which is 81. You can even have an exponent on a fraction. And that just means 1/2 times 1/2, which is 1/4. Now, this next stuff I really want you to write down because we're going to see how to work with negatives. When you have a set of parentheses and a negative base inside the parentheses, I want you to think of that parentheses as kind of like maybe being inside my purse, or if you're a guy, a wallet. Fanny packs are coming back. I'm taking a fanny pack to Disney World. Can you believe I'm going there? All right. So wherever I go, that negative sign goes with me, yes? So that just means this is -8 times -8 times -8. It is with me. It's in my pocket. -8 times -8 times -8 is -512. And I do like that Lily said negative, because negative times negative is a positive, times negative is a negative again. All right. Write this down somewhere too, either on your foldable or in your notes. You could also have a -8 to the, let's do 8, no, let's just do one I can do in my head. That'd be better. -2 to the 4th. That negative is not in parentheses. So that negative sign is just hanging out. Kind of somebody like loitering outside of a store, just hanging out, hanging around. So that just means that is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. I've just ignored the negative sign. Just ignored it until I'm done with my calculation. I know 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, it is 16. Then I bring my negative sign and I put it right here. Now, if my number there was already negative, say I had a -8 to the 3rd, what would that do to my answer? It would make it positive. That would be a positive 512. So whether or not a negative sign is in parentheses or not is important. It's a big deal. Okay, now we're going to talk about what happens when our exponent is negative. When I have 5 to the 5th, you know that means 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. Is that 5 fives? Yes. That answer is 3,125. 5 to the 4th is 625. You know it. 5 to the 3rd is 125. 5 to the 2nd is 25. Just y'all trust me on this. You probably know most of these by heart anyways. Now, as my exponent goes down, I'm losing a 5. And so the opposite of multiplying a 5 by 5 is what? Dividing by 5. And as it turns out, this number divided by 5 is 625. This number divided by 5 is 125. So as my exponents go down, I'm dividing by 5 each time. So let's scooch on down to here. 5 squared is 25. Divided by 5 is 5 to the first power. So, and 5 to the first power is 5. So basically what you need to write down somewhere, you can do it right here. Oops, just kidding. Right here, maybe on the bottom, you can write anything to the first power is whatever the anything is. Any base to the first power, the answer is what the base is. 5 to the first is 5. 205 to the first power is 205. Exactly. Okay. So we got that down. Now look what happens. We're still reducing our exponent by 1. So 5 to the first power is 5. What is 5 divided by 5? 1. So guess what 5 to the 0 is? Guess what any number to the 0 power is? Because if any number to the first power is that number, when you take that number and divide it by itself, you're going to get 1. So right here in your notes, I want you to put x, yes, and x to the 0 power is equal to 1. Anything is equal to 1. I'm going to hold questions until I'm done with this part of it, okay? Because I know you have lots. All right. Now, here we go. I'm dividing by 5 each time as my exponents get 1 smaller. 1 divided by 5 is 1 over 5 to the first power. 1 over 5 divided by 5 over 1 is the same as 1 over 5 times 1 over 5, which is 1 over 25, or technically 1 over 5 squared. 1 over 5 squared. So all that to say, when I have a negative exponent, all I do is move it and put it under a 1 and change the exponent to positive. So this is what you see in your foldable right here. B, or a number, to the negative exponent is equal to 1 over b to that exponent as a positive. So 4 to the negative 3 is the same as moving that underneath a 1, 4 to the positive 3, which is 1 over 64. So we're going to, just the opposite of true is true. If I have 1 over b to the negative n power, guess what I do? I move it up to the top. Okay, so let's work this example. 2 to the negative third power is the same as 1 over 2 to the third power. 2 to the third is 2 times 2 times 2. So that is going to be 1 over 8. The next example is, notice that this negative 6 is in parentheses. The exponent's negative, so it's 1 over negative 6 to the fourth power, which is 1 over negative 6 times negative 6 times negative 6 times negative 6. which is, I have already worked out, 1296. 1 over 1,296. That is not a small fraction. And notice my answer is positive. Now I'm going to show you another example, though. What if I have, write this down somewhere underneath this, wherever you have room. What if I start out with 1 over negative 6 to the negative 4? Right now I just move that up into the numerator space, and that's going to be negative 6 to the 4th, which is negative 6 times negative 6 times negative 6 times negative 6, which is 1,296. Okay, flip your foldable up. This is the last page. We're just going to work some expressions involving exponents. All right. So if I'm going to, listen, if you were doing some math and you worked and worked and worked and you got 2 to the 4th, could you write that down as your answer? No. Why not? It has to be simplified. So listen to me very carefully. I want your hands infumed, your eyes on me. In math, you are not allowed to have any negative exponents. No negative exponents allowed. Now you know what to do with them. You either have to move them down into the denominator position or move them from the denominator position to the numerator position. We're going to practice. So don't panic, but I'm going to show you exactly for sure what that looks like. Okay, so this, are we allowed to have this right here? No. So that becomes 1 over 3 to the 2nd. But we know what 3 to the 2nd is, don't we? What is it? 1/9. So that is 1/9. Now we work this one. What's 2 squared? Times 4 over 1. What is anything to the 0 power? 1. Can't I just cross that off then? Yes, because it's just 1. This number times 1 means it's just the same thing. So this answer is just going to be 4 over 9. You don't even need a calculator for this. Let's do the next one. We're going to simplify, get rid of anything that's a negative exponent. All right, 6 squared, what is that? 36. 3 squared, what is that? 1 to the negative 1, what is that? 1 over 1 to the 1, which is basically 1, yes? So I don't need it. Oh, I mean, actually I do, it just becomes 1. So 36 minus 9 is what? 27 plus this 1 that we decide, yes, we really do need. And my answer to that is 28. I'm going to give you several more examples. So now we're going to switch to your notebook paper, and you're going to write down these examples and have them to go back and reference for tonight. Okay. And the first one you're going to write down is this one. Negative 5 to the negative 4 power. Negative 5 to the negative 4 power. I know you're wanting to glue your foldable in, but I'm going to ask you to wait so you can get these examples written and then glue your foldable in. Okay, so negative 5 to the negative 4, that just means we're going to move it to the bottom. We are not allowed to have negative exponents. That means it's 1 over negative 5 to the positive 4th power, which is 1 over negative 5 times negative 5 times negative 5 times negative 5, which is a positive 625. Yes, Lucas? No, you do not. Okay, now, look at this problem here. Lily and Evan, look at this problem. Now here's our next problem. What's the difference? What's the difference, Owen? Not just 5, but what kind of 5? Look at this. What kind of, in this first one, what kind of 5 was it? Negative 5. But in this one, it's a positive 5. So our work is going to look like this. This negative sign is just going to hanging out, not doing anything. I'm just going to ignore it. And that's going to become 1 over 5 to the 4th, which is 1 over 625. And then, oh yeah, that's right. I got a negative sign right here. So my answer is going to be negative 1 over 625. That's the difference between having a negative sign inside parentheses, leaving it in your purse and carrying it with you when you go, versus a negative sign just hanging around outside and then you use it when you're done. Okay, here's another example I want you to write down in your notes. We're skipping those. This one. And I'll read it to you so you can write it while I'm reading it. Negative 2, a to the 0, b to the negative 4, and we're just going to substitute 5 for the a, negative 3 for the b, so that when we rewrite it, it's going to look like this. Negative 2, 5 to the 0 power, and it's in parentheses, and then negative 3 to the negative 4 power. So basically, things are going to move, go away, move, stay, or go away. All right, this negative 2 is going to stay. What can I do with this 5 to the 0? What does that become? Well, let's cross it out and get rid of it. Is this going to stay where it is or move down to the bottom? Move to the bottom. If it's got a negative exponent, we're moving it. So that becomes negative 2 over negative 3 to the 4th power. Negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3 is what? It's 81. What kind of 81? Positive or negative? It's negative times negative times negative times negative is a positive 81. So this just stays the same. So my answer is negative 2 over 81. We're going to work another one. We're going to work another one. Yes, questions? You do. You do. Anytime you're substituting for a variable, it comes with parentheses. Yes. That 2 had a negative in front of it. What was the rest part of your question? Let me hear it from you. Correct. But there, because I had a number there, I could have put it under a 1 up here, but what is negative 2 times 1? Negative 2. So there should be a 1 there, but because there also happened to be another number there, I don't have to worry about it. And let me go on with more examples that'll make that more clear to you, okay? Such a great question. I was afraid I took questions a little bit too soon. Okay. You do this one. And so, Matthew, we're doing this one now. 8, a times a to the negative 2, b to the 0. Okay, so what happens with that 8? Does it move anywhere or stay where it's at? It stays. And because the 8 stays, there's not going to be a 1 on the top. This negative 2 to the negative 2, what is that going to do? It's going to move to the bottom. What is 6 to the 0 going to do? Go away. It's going to go away. So we're going to end up with 8 over negative 2 squared. What is negative 2 times negative 2? 4. So that leaves us with 8 over 4. What is our answer to this? 2. Okay. Let's try this problem. 7w to the negative 4th. Listen to me. Your numbers are going to either move, stay, or go away. The go-aways are with the zeros. The moves have a negative exponent. The stays have a positive exponent. So let's look at 7. Move, stay, or go away? Stay. The W, move, stay, or go away? Move, because it's got a negative exponent. So that means this is going to be 7 over W to the now positive 4. Move, stay, go away. That's what it is, simplified. Yes. Yes. Okay, let's try this one. Write this one down. Negative 5 over k to the negative 2. So we're going to look at each little variable and constant in there and go move, stay, or go away. Negative 5, move, stay, go away. Stay. K, move, stay, or go away. Move. So that means that negative 5 over k to the negative 2, that means this is going to move and go up here. What's on the bottom? The negative 5, what kind of exponent does the negative 5 have? No, it's 1. So is that positive or negative? Positive. So what happens to the negative 5? It stays. So my answer is negative 5k squared. Move, stay, go away is determined only by looking at the exponents. Here we go. Write this one down. This will be our last one. A to the 0, B to the negative 2, C to the negative 3, D to the 6. Make sure you wrote it down because I didn't say those were under. So the C and the D are in the denominator. Okay, we're going to look at each variable. Move, stay, go away. Look at the 8. Hold, please, let me get a different color of ink. I mean, not 8, the A. Go away. What is this going to do? What is this going to do? What is this going to do? Stay, yes. So this is going away. The B is moving down here. The C is moving up there. The D stays the same. So C to the 3rd, B to the 2nd. Oh, I see that's already there, so I just leave it there. That's my answer. Move, stay, go away, only look at the exponent. A mistake kids make is they see a negative in the number like this one and go, oh, that must move. But the only place I'm looking at to determine whether or not a number moves or a variable is what? The exponent. Yes, just the exponent. So here's what your homework looks like. Oh, let's do this one. I didn't realize I had one more. 2 times r to the 0, m to the negative 3. I'm not going to walk you through it. You put what you think is the answer down. Move, stay, go away. Move, stay, go away. I'm going to end up with a stay, go away, and move. Stay, go away, move. Yes? Try this one. Move, stay, go away. It's r to the negative 3 over a 7. If you move everything from the top, what goes there? A 1. So this answer is going to be, this moves, that one stays, 1 over 7r cubed. Yes, and you're about to, does it matter if the 7 goes first or whatever? I cannot wait till we start doing polynomials, and I'm going to give you the reason why we write it like that. You're going to be so excited. You're going to be going, you finally explained this to us. And it's okay for now, but there will be a time when it's not okay. All right, look at this one. The G, move, stay, or go away. The H, move, stay, or go away. Yes. So our answer is going to be G to the 4th, H to the 6th. Technically, we could put a 1 on the bottom, but why write extra, right? All right, this is our homework. I want to show you what your homework looks like. We're going to look at one problem just so we kind of end on a closing note. Look at your homework, number 20. We're just going to look at this. I just picked this one at random. Okay. Look at number 20. Look at the A. Move, stay, go away. The C. The E. The B. The D. Boom. Mic drop. You killed it. Killed your first algebra lesson. Cross your fingers that the recording